Get ready to dive into all that is the swim team. So listen up closely as we get right into your face. Yeah, we did. Let's get fired up just like Coach O and get a chance to see all the scores. We're going to flip for this one, so dance right to that favorite spot. Sports Night is next.
Hello, everyone. Welcome to Sports Night. I'm Joe Young.
And I'm Howie Shapiro. We have a quick one tonight, Joe.
It is a quick one, but we do have quite a few
good stuff.
Good stuff. We've got
Always.
a couple of previews to talk about, a couple of videos, lots of scores. Boys hockey team is where we'll start. Boys hockey team, a rough week facing some of the top teams in the Northwest Suburban, being handled by Maple Grove on Thursday, 11-0. And then on Saturday, they travel to take on Totino Grace, and they lose that one 7-2. A little bit better effort, but a rough week, to say the least. They are back home on Tuesday, and they host Andover and Howie.
We'll be there.
And then they will host Spring Lake Park on Thursday. So a couple of real tough teams. And now Andover's a formidable opponent. It'll be a fun game.
They have
to
one
watch
win on the
tomorrow night.
season, so an opportunity for the Cardinals to see if they can get their second.
Absolutely. Girls hockey team ranked 16th in the latest Let's Play Hockey, but there are 4 other Northwest Suburban teams in that same top 20. Just one game for the Spring Lake Park Coon Rapids squad last week, hosting 7th-ranked Elk River Zimmerman at Fogarty on Tuesday. SLPCR had won 3 straight to improve to 6-1, but the Elks were undefeated at 7-0-1 entering the game. Elk River bringing the pressure early. Holly Johnson forces a turnover, gets in alone. Little backhander, no problem for Sammy Miller in net. She was tested early and often. Another Elk River takeaway turning into a scoring chance, this time Kelsey King, but Miller able to gobble that one up as well. Elk River, great transition through center ice. It springs Riley Springman for the breakaway, but once again, Miller is keeping this a game. Elks dominant 12-1 edge and shots in the first period, no score. Spring Lake Park Coon Rapids able to respond a bit better in the second. Alyssa Hansen gloves the clear attempt, gets a chance on net, but the goalie makes a save. Lily Hackett was there looking for a rebound. Midway through the third, Elks finally break through. 2 quick passes to move it to Annie Dalton, far side. She comes back to the near post to beat Miller. They don't hesitate off the next puck drop. Quick turn to get Johnson racing down the right wing. She snipes to the far side upper corner. 2 goals in just 10 seconds. That was all the scoring we would see in this game. Great game for Miller, 27 saves, but SLPCR drops their second of the season and, more surprisingly, held scoreless. This is a team that was scoring 4.5 to 5 goals a game.
Yeah, Elk River came into this game at 7-0, undefeated, and they remained that way afterwards. But you're right, though. This team didn't get a lot of shot production that they wanted, and as you mentioned, a team that's been scoring a lot of goals. I was a little surprised they didn't get a goal as well.
Yeah, and they've got another tough challenge. The one blemish on the Elk River record is the one tie that was against number 6 Maple Grove. That is the Cardinals and Panthers.
Yes, absolutely.
The Spring Lake Park Coon Rapids team's opponent on Tuesday over at Fogarty. Then they travel on Thursday to Moundsview to take on number 14th ranked Mustangs. So great to get that recognition of quality, being ranked number 16 in the Metro. But you got to, night after night, you're playing other teams in that group.
Well, yeah, and that's going to be a big test against Maple Grove, and hopefully they can be competitive again and give the Crimson a game, and then again another important game. You got to get at least one win out of those next 2 games.
Yeah, and we will get a chance to see them a little bit later in December, but. Wrestling team got their season started with the Hastings Duels. This past week, their first head-to-head matchup, and that was against St. Francis, a tough section opponent. They lose 38-24. On Saturday, they hosted the Board Highland Duels. They lost to Plainville Elgin Millville 38-24, same score they lost to against St. Francis. And then they beat White Bear Lake 40-37 and wrapped it up with a 37-33 winner over Little Falls. And we get a chance to see these guys in action this week on Thursday.
No, a week from this Thursday.
A week from this Thursday. This Thursday they're at Centennial. Then, or a week from this Thursday they're at Centennial.
Correct.
And then they're in the Minnesota Christmas tournament that following Saturday. They actually have a full week off before their next meet to get ready for the big tournament run through the end of December.
Well, they got a few matches under their belts, and they're able to tighten some things up before that next match, and then that big Christmas tournament. That's a big one.
Yeah. Gymnastics team got its season started on Tuesday against Maple Grove. The Crimson, one of the top teams in the conference every year. They start the season with a 131. Coon Rapids, a very respectable 122.425 to start the year. Hannah Gross all around second place. She finished third in 3 of the 4 disciplines. Callie Lawrence had a second place vault for the Cardinals and a 4th place finish on the bars.
Well, scoring in the 120 start the season is a great sign for the Cardinals gymnastics program. This team showed steady improvement all last year. They're looking to pick up right where they left off. And this time, they'll have a lot more options available.
Well, this season, it's like the biggest team that I've ever been on. So it's a little bit different. But it's interesting because there's like such a wide range of like people on the team. It's really fun.
The gymnastics squad is enjoying a wonderful growth spurt. You'd probably even call it an explosion. It will mean great things for the team this season, but more importantly, it's added a world of optimism for the future of this program.
Last year we had a smaller team, and this year we have a huge team with 31 girls registered and only 13 competition spots. So in the practice gym, there's a lot more teaching and mentoring going on than in previous years.
Much of that mentoring is coming from the veterans, who come in stronger than they left last year and ready to leave a lasting legacy with this new crop of athletes.
I think we have improved over the summer with these girls, and there's room to improve. And I think this is going to be an amazing year for us.
There are a couple of girls who are expected to do most of the heavy lifting when it comes to scoring team points. But the influx of young talent means the supporting cast has grown exponentially, with each of the newcomers bringing different sets of skills and strengths to the team.
There's a lot of people advancing really fast, like they're able to learn skills easily. And so I feel like we have like a lot of potential this year and for years to come because there's so many young people that have joined.
Last year, the Cardinals were able to build their scores from the high teens to the mid-20s over the season. This year, they're starting in the low 20s and believe mid-30s may be within reach if they continue to push themselves to the next level.
I'm looking forward to seeing the girls who are new coming into the competition, improving their skills, and then also seeing some of our returning gymnasts put in skills they've worked on over the summer.
And the potential goes well beyond this season. The new youth movement and increased competition means scores will almost have to improve as they continue to build and grow together.
I think we're going to be a good team. We have a lot of people who are determined, and maybe this year we'll be good, we won't be great, but they're determined to work out in the off-season and get better for next year.
The Cardinals are pleased with their start so far, but they won't be satisfied until they believe they've reached their full potential.
Having the team, we start off solid, and I want us just to build on that and to get better throughout the season.
Gymnastics team is at Park Center on Thursday, and then the Champlin Park Luau Invite on Saturday. Swimming and diving team will open its season at Park Center on Thursday, and then they will host the conference relays on Saturday. Cardinals program is growing. They're still a relatively young team, but they have a lot of veterans, and overall numbers are outstanding, leading to a lot of optimism at the pool.
Well, I'm really excited with the size of the team.
New coach Doug Donaldson couldn't be happier with the situation he's walking into with the boys program. The team returns a lot of veterans, and they've added a lot of new faces as well.
And they work their butts off to get a lot more guys to join.
We doubled the size of our team since last year, so we're going to be a good sized group. We were constantly going to meetings and stuff at the middle school to get more younger kids, because then they'll be here longer. They'll have more time to grow as a team, and then they'll get better times over the year.
The Cardinals are still young, and this season will be about continuing to gain experience and momentum.
Yeah, I mean, we got a lot of fresh blood. I feel like if we keep building, keep doing the things right over the next few years, we're going to be a really strong team.
Donaldson takes over wanting to establish a program known for its effort and desire, and he's asking the kids to test their limits.
Definitely pushing us a lot harder. We're doing doubles, which, it's kind of self-explanatory. It's just a lot harder for sure than last year.
There will also be an increased focus on dry land and weight training, and attention to detail Donaldson hopes will improve the subtle aspects of their sport.
Getting off the blocks faster than anybody else, going through your turns and getting a better push off the wall. You know, that those little things in a race that aren't necessarily like swimming, but they're part of the race.
The Cardinals have some potential for this year. The excitement that fills the pool surrounds the team's youth and its opportunity to really lay a great foundation for the future. The team's few seniors are really looking forward to celebrating the successes of their younger teammates.
Seeing the reactions on some of these kids' faces as they improve 20 seconds or a minute on some of the races, it's just going to be really amazing to see. I mean, it's such a cool thing to witness someone who drops a ton of time and beats themselves every meet.
If this team buys into the coach's program and commits to working hard and improving every time, the Cardinals could be turning some heads at the end.
I kind of want us to be the team that no one sees coming, and then we sneak in there and surprise everyone, because they're all capable of doing it, and they just got to believe. And I believe in them already, so hopefully it'll work out at the end. And
there you go.
There it is.
Just have to believe.
Yep, absolutely.
They dive into action again against Park Center on Thursday and host the Northwest Suburban Conference Relays. We'll have all the scores and stats for you as we go. Nordic skiing team, we were going to try and go out and do a preview with them last week, and it turned out, well, the snow all went away. Their first event was canceled. This week's, I'm pretty sure, is going to be canceled, so we will catch up to them and let you know what their schedule is going to be. It's ever-changing. Hopefully they'll get some snow soon. Alpine team, I believe, did get their first race in. As far as I know, I don't know for sure. Did not get any results. They're supposed to go again next Thursday and then on January 5th.
So we're not flaking out on the ski team.
We're not. We're not. We're trying not to.
We're trying not to as well. Well, the boys basketball team had back-to-back games Friday and Saturday, starting with their home conference opener against Park Center. The Pirates are a formidable foe. They'd won 2 straight after losing their opener, and they would give the Cardinals fits with their athleticism and speed. Park Center takes control from the beginning tip. They start with the perimeter, but when the shot is off the mark, Lasini Kamara is right there for the rebound and the putback. Kamara is the team's leading scorer, and he led the way. Left alone on the wing, he drains the 3 that helps the Pirates to a 10-1 lead. The Cardinals finally waking up on offense, making this a game. Jake Domovic with an open look from the high in the arc on the left side, sinks the 3. Then off a steal by Severson. It's Dio Lau on the run, takes it right to the defense, gets the little floater to fall. Coon Rapids able to get back within 3 points. Park Center looking to stretch their lead again from beyond the arc, and they've got a lot of guys who can do it. Derek will get you at least with 4 3-pointers among his 17 in the game. Coon Rapids looking for the answer. It's a little long, but Nick Keller is there. A nice little sneaky reverse layup. Still, it's 49-25 at the half. Cardinals a little better in the second. Dio hits another 3-pointer. He finished the game with a high of 21 points. There he drops the 3. Nice shot from the outside. They played well in spurts, but you need consistency to compete with a team like Park Center. Another 3-pointer. This one for Oliver Sadu. Pirates run away with it. 85-60 is the final. And it was a tough game for them because they got behind quickly.
They did, but they bounced right back on Saturday, beating up on Mount West Tonka 83-45. 4 guys in double digits. Tyrion Johnson leading the way with 18. Dio had 15. Domovic had 14 and Sam Carver added 13. Brandon Pratt had 8. A convincing victory. The Cardinals will need that type of scoring to continue. They host Armstrong on Tuesday. They're at Elk River on Thursday. Girls basketball team opening the season on Monday night. Right now, we're sitting here against Duluth East, they also host Elk River on Thursday. But that's going to do it for this edition of Sports Night. There's a look at where we'll be. Hockey on Tuesday against Andover. Little girls basketball next Tuesday against Spring Lake Park. Wrestling next Thursday against Centennial. But that's going to do it for this edition of Sports Night. I want to thank everybody out there for joining us. Continue to support everything we do here at CTN for the entire crew, including Howard Shapiro. I'm Joe Young saying good night.